What the heck is that? I don't know if it's somebody yelling or an animal. So here I am. I found myself in the middle of Merida, and it doesn't really look like that right now, but that's exactly where I am. The idea is there's tons of wildlife here in the Yucatan, right? When you go out in the middle of nowhere, you're surrounded by greenery and wildlife. I wanted to see what exactly it was like in the city of Merida. So I found this really cool place. It's full of mystery itself. Can't wait to tell you a little bit more about it. There's some really cool, fascinating things about this park. Let's get into it and see if we can find some animals. And I think we found our first animal. So what kind of dangerous animals might I find out here? What do I need to watch out for inside the city of Merida? Because you're not going to find any jaguars. You're not going to find any kind of bears around here. But there are some things to watch out for. So poisonous snakes, number one. There's a few hundred cases of snake bites every year here in Merida. And the two main culprits are going to be the pit viper, which has a type of venom that can destroy your tissue. So basically whatever it bites, your limb is just going to start eating itself and dying. Number two is going to be a little bit more elusive. That's going to be the coral snake. And that's that little guy that has the term about it with red to yellow or yellow to black. But I'm not even going to talk about that, because if you see that one, just avoid it altogether. So that one is a neurotoxin. So that one can slowly shut down your organs over a couple of hours. And no one wants that to happen. It's not something we want to do today, basically. The other thing to keep in mind of is dogs. And as you just saw, there's a little mini lion or mini wolf out there. Not something to really worry too much about. It's really intimidating when they just kind of bark and launch at you. So I got this stick here, and hopefully that'll take any kind of fear out of it. And what do we have here? So these guys you're gonna see all over the Yucatan. A particular type of iguana. So this is the black iguana. They're actually native to this region, so it's not quite endemic because they span out a little bit past the Yucatan. Let's see what it'll do if we get close. There he goes. But you can still see his tail. Down there. Really glad that you came with, because if I was out here by myself, I'd be a little nervous. So one of my favorite times in Merida is when, after the rain comes, everything's really, really green and overgrown, and there's a lot of butterflies that kind of come and take everything over. You know, and if you go out to some of these fields, it's just like different colored butterflies everywhere and different colored flowers everywhere. Super cool. And something really fascinating about the ants that we have here is there's so many different kinds of ants. There's bullet ants, leafcutter ants, where you'll see them carrying the massive little chunks of leaf, and they're like really big. When I first came here, I was pretty scared of them just because I knew how bad they stung, but now you get a pile of them on your garbage or something like that, just shake them off and keep going. Got civilization on one side, nature on the other side. Ooh, I see something cool, hold on. Not wildlife, but still something pretty cool. You know, it doesn't really look like the pitaya, the dragon fruit that grows around here. Interesting. I have to do some homework on this. After doing some homework, I was surprised to find out that this was a pitaya, but not a pitaya, also known as the dragon fruit that grows around the area. This is another type of cactus fruit that is even more flavorful. You don't see it in markets much because it's really spiny, making it hard to harvest, and it's much more perishable than the dragon fruit. So apparently this is ground zero for birds. Let's see what we got. Those are really noisy birds here in Merida in the mornings. They might be They might be what you wake up to, if you know what I'm saying. Around 4 in the morning, start to hear. I wonder if that was me that got them going. I hope so. Something I love about the Yucatan is you just never know what you're gonna run into. It's great for someone with a sense of adventure. If you ever played the old Pokemon video games for Game Boy, it kind of reminds me of that. It's like super flat, but there's a lot of texture, a lot of things going on, and you'll just be doing something, and you'll always just run into something that changes your course of the day.
Es la pirámide maya.
Wow.
Pirámide maya.
Es muy fascinante.
Es una tumba. Mira, aquí tenemos una representación de una tumba, 2 y 3 tumbas.
Wow.
Ahora si lo ves desde arriba, se van a ver las 3 piedras. 1, 2 y 3 piedras.
Oh, qué fascinante. Dentro de la ciudad. Oh, no podemos subir.
Porque no le gusta a la gente, está prohibido.
Ah, buena idea, ok.
Y esta es una tumba. O sea,
tumba.
aquí enterraron a un líder, a un jefe, un patriarca maya antiguo.
¿Qué tal otro? ¿Hay otro pirámide?
Adentro, ¿de qué lado? Los mexicanos somos toda madre, somos chingones, somos amistosos con toda la gente. Entramos, que bailen, que se welcome people de the world. Bienvenido.
Muchas gracias, mucho gusto. Bye. It's very fascinating. So right here we have an ancient Mayan tomb, and then just a casual neighborhood, just right there. A little buddy hanging out right there. I wonder if he's watching over the ancient Mayans. But onward, forward. Let's see if we can find some more wildlife in that second pyramid. Hold on, I hear something pecking. And that would be something that's in this tree. There's a lot of endemic animals here, and one of those endemic species you can find at this park pretty frequently, the Yucatan jay. This is a bird that's unique to the Yucatan and really something you can only find here. And speaking of Pokemon, this bird is a bit like one because it actually evolves, changes form in a way. For the young birds, they have blue wings and have white feathers with an orange beak. And once they mature, their feathers and beaks turn black, going from the seagull look to more of a blackbird look. Fitting in here with the theme of ancient Maya, we have an ancient Mayan roundabout, or ancient Mayan glorieta. Oh, that terrified me a little. So I think I'm gonna have to go a little bit more off-road if I'm gonna find some real good animals. So let's check this path out. I can already tell these bird sounds are intensifying. But as you saw, we're at an ancient Mayan site. That pyramid was an ancient Mayan tomb. If you look just over yonder, I think we can find our other pyramid. Let's go see if we can find some wildlife over there and hopefully not run into those hounds. It's quiet. Too quiet. Wow, look at these holes. It's weird. I bet there's something in there. Oh! And it looks like we found our pyramid numero dos. As you can see, this is just a bunch of rocks. Most likely what's happened is these are still buried. These still haven't been excavated and renovated and made into a fancy tourist site. It's just left to be an old pyramid just here in the city of Merida. But let's see if we can get up this bad boy. Wonder what kind of wildlife we can find up there. Now, here we go. Watch out for snakes. Be careful of these trees, because if you grab onto them and there's some sap, certain trees can actually cause third-degree burns on you. So here we are, top of the world. Woohoo! And I don't see much as far as wildlife. Let's give it a sec. So interesting, the other side of the pyramid looks like there's some kind of ceremonial grounds. They have these plaques at the entrance of these pyramids. Wonder if this is the area of that. Wow, really fascinating. But no animals, so let's keep moving on. Oh, see a nice little trip. Mosquitoes aren't too bad either today. Seems all good. Buenas tardes. All right, let's go over to that Land Before Time looking place. I bet I can find some animals over there. Yep. Oh, I see something. I think I see a dinosaur over there. The place that I keep calling the Land Before Time place is actually a Lago de los Árboles Muertos, or Lake of the Dead Trees, and it gets its name from the gravesite of white trees that you could see reaching up from this mysterious place. This otherworldly landscape used to be a cenote, or a sinkhole, where the water was underground. Well, throughout millions of years, the ground crumbled, and the trees that were found on top fell, along with everything else, leaving only the remains of the trees reaching up towards the sky, creating the place that you see today. It's getting a little bit dark to explore Land Before Time, so I'm gonna come back. So now it's nighttime, and I'm still here. But anyways, I don't know if you can really see me, but that's all right. Thanks so much for joining. We'll see you in the next one, which should be a lot sooner than last time. I honestly had a little bit of a creative burnout there, but appreciate you guys sticking around and watching this video. So take care, stay safe.